Hey, what's up everybody? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do this, and this using this. So let's get started with the Korean backdash on the one player side. Here's what backdash canceling looks like on the one player side, close to full speed. You might be thinking, why did I pick Paul to practice this with? Well, to be honest, it's because I don't like to think very hard. No, I'm just kidding, Paul players are amazing. The real reason why I picked Paul is because he has a backsway, and it looks like this. A backsway character is going to force you how to learn to do backdash canceling the proper way. If you ever make a mistake with your inputs, this will come out and you can't block during a backsway. So I recommend picking a character like Paul, Brian, or Nina to practice this with. Let's go through this step by step. The first thing you're going to want to do is input a backdash and then hold back. You can do this either by double tapping back and holding, or tapping back and then quickly tapping forward with your right hand. The second thing you're going to want to do is to shift your right hand over by one button. That means your right index finger is going to be on forward and your middle finger will be on left punch and your right ring finger will be on right punch. The reason I suggest this is because it causes a lot less strain for your left hand by doing it this way. Next step, what you're going to want to do is input backdash and then quickly tap and release down while holding back. You never want to let go of back when you're doing this backdash cancel, so always remember to hold back after your first backdash. You can practice this slowly at first, and this will give us a back, neutral, back, down, back input. Step 3, after you released down, tap forward. So from the beginning, backdash, tap down, tap forward with your right index finger. This will give you a backdash cancel. And you can actually do this pretty slowly and still get a backdash cancel. This doesn't have to be done quickly at all. The only important thing is to make sure that you let go of down before you tap forward. If you ever push them at the same time, you'll lose your backdash cancel. So again, backdash down then forward, down then forward, down then forward, down then forward. Once you get this down, it's just a matter of increasing your speed and getting comfortable with this. So I would recommend practicing this for a few minutes before you start playing, and to remember to start slow, don't rush things, and really just get the muscle memory down. Alright, so 2-player backdash canceling is a little bit more difficult than 1-player side. At full speed, it looks something like this. So what I do is I hit back and then I slide from down to forward, down to forward, down to forward. One really special note about this slide method is that I find it helps if you ride the top of the button. The reason for that is because if you see here, the gap between the middle of the buttons and the top of the buttons is smaller. If you have fat fingers like me, you'll end up hitting down and forward at the same time if you try to slide in the middle. Now this one does take a little bit of practice, and there's definitely a sweet spot that's going to differ on the size of your fingers. But just remember to take it slow and try to find that space that lets you quickly hit down and then slide to forward. Again, I recommend practicing this very slowly at first, just so that you understand what it feels like and you can do it consistently. Then once you get better at it, you can try to increase your speed. There's a really great way to practice in training mode to see if your backdash canceling is fast enough. So what you can actually do is pick Brian as the 2-player, go to defense recording, and record Brian to do forward forward 2 into 3 2 1 2. The full recording would look something like this. Then say OK, and go into training mode. Then what you want to do is turn the recording on, block the first forward forward 2, and then try to backdash after that and avoid all the hits of his string afterwards. There, so I avoided it there, which meant that my backdash was fast enough. If any of the hits hit you, that means that your backdash is either being cancelled too quickly or too slowly, or you're not backdashing fast enough. Next is wave dashing, and wave dashing on the 1-player side is super easy. And here's what it looks like when done really quickly. So the way I like to do this is I tap forward with my right finger, then I do a Hadoken motion, which is down, down, forward, forward. And the wave dash will look like this. With Reina, if the yellow electric sparks come off of her feet, that means you'll know you've done it properly. So with this, again, just remember to practice slowly. Do a forward, a Hadoken, forward, Hadoken, forward, Hadoken, forward, Hadoken, looped over and over. doing this really fast isn't really that worth it because you end up covering less distance. There is a sweet spot with this as well, but again, just remember to practice slowly so that you can get it consistently every time. That's going to be way more important than doing it fast. Now, Wavedash cancelling on the 2-player side is actually quite a bit more difficult than the 1-player side in my opinion. Here's what it looks like close to full speed. I tried a bunch of different methods, but I found this one to be the easiest one to do. You can either start with a forward dash by tapping forward with your ring finger twice, or you could simply tap and hold forward, then quickly tap back with your right index finger to get a forward dash. Remember to never let go of forward with your ring finger. Then what you'll want to do after tapping back is to quickly input back, down and back, down forward, and then release. So it's going to be back with your left index finger, down, back, and forward, all 3 together. Then you just release your index, release your ring finger, and then tap back with your right index finger. So done slowly, it would look like this. And it's just a matter of rolling your fingers until you get it really comfortably. This is a little bit tricky and awkward to learn at first, but if you practice it slowly, I'm sure you'll be able to get it perfectly every time. That about brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video or if you found it was helpful, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons because it helps support me as a content creator. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and see you next time.